You said in the countdown that you knocked Ciryl down in sparring. I wanted to clarify, did you knock him down or did you knock him out?
Dana White, give me that 50K.
Did I say that on countdown?
You did say that on countdown.
Oh, hey, thank you, Dana.
Sorry,
Thank you.
Yes, I knocked him out.
Oh my God, this guy doesn't feel anything.
New UFC heavyweight champion of the entire world. 7 to 8 billion people you could beat in a fair fight. The children, the babies, the girls.
Baddest man on the planet.
Yeah.
Straight up baddest man on the planet.
I've been trying to talk to you, Francis, for a very long time. You know this, right? I keep bothering you.
Really?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Where do you read that when I say Ciryl is a pretty easy fight? I mean,
No, I didn't
I'm very
say-
confused.
I didn't say it was a pretty easy fight.
That's what you say. I said that.
I said Ciryl is an easier fight than Miocic.
No, you say I said that.
Yeah,
Where
that's
do you
what you said.
say that?
That Miocic was your toughest fight.
Yes, but did I say Ciryl is an easy fight? Did I ever say some fight is an easy fight?
Tell me about it. That's what it says.
Where? Did
Tell
I
me.
say that? Because that's what you just say. I'm just quoting you.
So I repeat and rephrase. When you say Miocic is the toughest fight, that means the other fights are easier.
Toughest, meaning toughest, tough than others. Toughest, meaning others are tough, but someone is toughest. There's not an easy fight, my friend. If you ever fight in your life, you will know that there's not an easy fight.
Have you thought about the moment, like when you wake up tomorrow morning and realize, like, oh yeah, that happened?
No, I haven't think about that. But even now, I'm realizing that happened. You know, there's no doubt about it.
Thanks, man.
So I spoke to you, I think, 2 days after you beat Stipe Miocic in March. Shortly thereafter, you went home to Cameroon and we saw amazing scenes, video footage, photos of you getting a hero's welcome.
That was amazing. I mean, that was something like unreal. You know, I grew up there, and the way that I was received back home, I think it was the best part of like winning the belt. You know, to be credited by my people, by my family, by a friend and my country people. You know, it's not very often that you have those type of things in a lifetime. So it was great.
Francis did say this week that he knocked you out in sparring, and then you went and said that didn't happen. So who's telling the truth?
Can you repeat this, Francis?
You went to the floor, Ciryl, and then you left the training.
So can you explain exactly what's happening?
Oh, you don't remember?
Tell.
You got Kamaru Usman in your corner tonight, of course. So what did you guys say to each other after you won tonight?
Well, we just say three. Meaning 3 African champion. And that was coming up here. I had that pressure on my shoulder, and I was afraid of letting them down, since they were expecting me to become champion and join them as an African champion in our own sort of like association. You know, it's a hope. We stand as a hope for a whole continent when it comes to sport. We stand as a hope for all those Africans out there who doesn't have a chance and opportunity, and we just want to put them in the map. We just want to get the UFC, go there, make an event in order to give them hope, to make them believe in something, and for those who are training, so they can have an extra motivation, knowing that training can one day end up somewhere.
I think that the special, obviously, the moment that I hung the belt to my mom, that was one of the best part. But when we go to my village, and I think that's where, I mean, there is not as much people in the village as in the city, but the feeling, the energy there was so strong and big, and, you know, like those things that you want to feel it again. it motivated you, and you're like, okay, I need to keep working so I can feel something like this again in my life.
Well, I didn't have a chance to like explore them, how tough they are, except of Stipe. You know, he's by far my toughest opponent, and if I want to bring somebody in, he'll be Curtis Blade. My second fight in the UFC was Curtis Blade, and I was very surprised how he was moving for a wrestler, and he was able to mix things up. But yeah, those were like my two toughest opponents.
Is any of that stuff bothering you? Has any of the you know, some of the people, what they've said, or some of the talk about your contract, has it played on your mind during this training camp, or have you been able to push it out and not focus on it?
I've been trying though.
And then people ask you about it, and then it comes up.
I've been trying. Yes, that's exactly what you're doing, right? Before I get here, I wasn't thinking about it until you pick on your mic. So,
well, I apologize for ruining your day.
Part of it.
In a situation like this, what do you learn from this, and how do you sort of move forward after what went on for 25 minutes tonight?
I think tonight I learned that I never learned in this sport since 4 years. I underestimate my opponent, and I discovered some new part of this sport and that I ignored about it. And I learned a lot tonight.
Anybody who knows your story understands that you never give up, you never quit, and I think you showed a tremendous amount of heart tonight. Can you just talk about what it means to you to display your heart and your courage in the cage against a very formidable champion?
I came here today to win the fight. I just discovered some new part that I was ignorant about. So I never thought about to quit. No, everything, but know that.
Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
They asked if I would be ready in September 25th. And I remember the exact email that we sent. It was like, he was like, I quote, Francis will be more than ready again, whoever, wherever. That was September 25th. And that was, I don't know, maybe Wednesday or something. And by Monday, I just saw the interim title get announced. It was funny at the meantime. It was shocking and funny at the meantime. What's bothering me is the fact that to promote that fight, they were trying to discredit me and pretend like, if you want to go in vacation, kill yourself. When you want to fight, we are here. No, I want to fight. And I wasn't in the vacation. And they used the video from Embedded to play that game, pretend to discredit me and showing that I was in vacation. Well, that's bothering me because that's not right, They know that is not true. And then it's just to discredit me, to control the narrative. I mean, I don't have no problem if they want to do the interim. Just do your interim without sabotage me. What I wanna know to see where I did something wrong, like you didn't get credit. What did I do wrong? Like last year, it was a campaign of a video of me saying thank you, and they found the video. He promises $10,000 for whoever find the video, and people find the video. I don't know if he gave them the $10,000, but the campaign, it seems like there's some campaign against Francis Ngannou, but I don't care about that. I just do my thing, do right. I have to evolve, and evolving means you have to do what's necessary for you, because at the end of the day, it's about you. When you lose, it's all on you. You are the only one here putting everything in the line. When you lose the fight, it takes you months to deal with your feeling, avoid depression. But the next day, other people, they are running their business as normal. It's your problem. It's
been quite the journey for you to get here, and I'm sure it's still kind of all soaking in, but what are the emotions right now that you got that belt on the table next to you?
Thank you, John. I feel great, man. You know, it's been 3 years that I've been living without it. I always thought that I could have it 3 years ago. So tonight there wasn't a place for mistake. So as me and my team, we've been working as it was like on my corner, always remind me to calm down and execute the game plan well, perfectly, and you know, here we are.
Yeah.
So tough for me, sad. I didn't like to think about it. You know, at some point I felt like it's a moment that I want to erase in my life. But, you know, moving on, I understood that his word also made me who I am today. But, you know, a lot of people also go through the same struggle as me. You know, didn't have a chance to have a decent or a minimum childhood, because I think at least every kid should at least have a chance to enjoy his childhood. Then becoming adult, he's in charge of his life, so he can take action and be responsible of his life. But for those who are in the same situation, I mean, I can't do anything, but if I can tell somebody something, it's just like, you know, keep moving, believe. It's not fair, I know, but it's not your fault, you know, because sometimes you feel like it's your fault. As a kid, it's not your fault that you can't afford a scholarship. No, it's not your fault. It's not your duty, you know. It's just because your parent didn't have a chance. It's not your fault that you don't have shoes. It's not your fault that you don't have a pen or something, you know. So just keep moving. Try to do your best, and that's what you can hold yourself accountable for it, for not trying. But if you try and still don't succeed, that's still not your fault.